Greetings, fellow drug kingpins. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of a new series playing Schedule 1. If you would like to skip the game's overview or the tutorial about this game, please use YouTube chapters. Schedule 1 is a game where you manufacture and distribute drugs. You go from a small-time nobody selling small baggies on the street corner to a kingpin running multiple facilities and taking over the drug dealing for an entire city. The series is going to be a mix of Let's Play, tutorial, and role-playing, and I'll be role-playing as a mad alchemist, looking to experiment upon my customers. And, no spoilers, please, and let's get going. Our name of our organization: Yoda's Drug Empire. The YDE. Why not? Now, as part of the tutorial, I'm going to be reading all of the tooltips, and if you feel like something wasn't fully explained to you, feel free to ask for details in the comments or in the chat. So, another day in paradise. Grab trimmers from the storage rack and harvest the fully grown wing plant. Holding left shift or drag, either one works. And hit E to start harvesting. And here's the tips. If you're wondering how to do something, there's usually input hints on the bottom left of the corner. Over that way. And you can rotate the pot with A and D, because sometimes you can't see certain things you have to harvest. And all you do is click it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next step, package all the weed at the packaging station, which is this thing. And the way to do this is you can either drag the product in or hit left shift. And then hit pack. You grab the nuggets and you stick them in the bag. And then you drag the bags over to the bin. And that is how to pack. And I only had 8 nuggets. We had 10 bags, so there's 2 left over. And I'm taking the bags with me. Grab the watering can from the storage rack. So that's over here. Watering can down. And fill it up. So you can click and hold the handle here. It's kind of like the ones you find in the airport, so you can't just it doesn't keep running. And there we go, it's full up. And we are going to water the other one. I generally just leave it upside down like this because it's so easy to fill water into a watering can. But you could tilt it over every single spot if you want. It's just going to take a lot longer. All right, next step. Respond to the customers in your messages app. Tap your phone, which is tab. Click messages, and we have Joe, Doug, and Andy all wanting 2 kush apiece. So I'm going to agree to it. Yep. I'll deliver it in the morning. Yes, I will deliver in the morning. And as you can see, the deals pending are going to be on the left side of the screen, pinned. Who it is, what they want, and where to bring it. All right, now we talk to Uncle Nelson.
Yeah.
Morning, buddy. Lovely day, ain't it? Sure is. If you're heading into town, grab in for some deals. Would you mind grabbing something for me? I've got some business with those fellas staying at the motel. Tell them you're here for Nelson's package. No need to pay for anything.
Okay.
If you're looking to pick up any supplies for yourself, just throw them on my tab. Cheers, buddy. Feel free to take my truck. All right. Driving into town. And I am on the standard branch, not the beta branch. I would never play a game for the first time on a beta anything. It's always very vanilla for the first run. And that's the flavor of drugs we'll sell. Well, initially. And then we'll mix it up. I mean, I am a mad alchemist after all. We gonna do some mixing. What kind of mixing will be left up to you? Some of the more important choices are going to be left up to you. Same will be the names of the drug combinations. That will also be left up to you. All right, let's just go ahead and park. And On the top screen, you can see the green handshakes. Those are the deals. So let's go deliver. Here is Andy, and he is looking for 2. So when you pick things up, you can use the scroll wheel if you hold right mouse button to change the quantity from 1 to as many as you have. Or you can drag them one at a time, which is I'm never going to do. One thing to note is if you aren't delivering the correct product or the amount they're asking for, they might not be happy with that. For this tutorial, of course, we are going to do exactly as it says for me to do, which is to deliver the correct amount. But just to let you know, it is possible to like change the order, rip off your customers, etc., etc., etc. Here's Doug. He wants 2. Additionally, if you give them more than they're asking for, they'll be happy. There will be like a gratuity bonus that they will pay you. So if you have a lot of product, more than you can possibly sell, that's not a terrible strategy. It will keep your customers happy and return customers. And here's the last deal, 2 for you. Much appreciated. Maybe go talk to Chelsea. I think she'd like your product. So, hit tab, open the contacts app, and the way relationships work in this game is you have to make you meet people through other people. So in order to talk to Chelsea, we have to be on good terms with Doug. Because we're on good terms with Doug, we get introduced to Chelsea. So in order to work your way through like the social tab here, you sometimes have to wheel and deal and keep people happy and give out free samples. So this is where we're giving out a free sample to Chelsea. So let's head over to Chelsea and hand her a sample. Now, when they're looking for a sample, they have a certain standard of quality of product, which is moderate. We happen to have standard or moderate Kush. And they also have favorite effects. So our Kush is calming, and she likes calming and focused. And the more it matches up, the more likely they are to succeed. You can attempt this once a day. So if it fails at 91%, which it won't, this is a tutorial, it's gonna work. But if it fails, you could always try again tomorrow. And there she goes. And she's hooked and she wants more later. Got it. Purchase 2 soil from the hardware store. Now, of course, you can't really grow without materials, so hardware store. And what's important here is there is 2 types of cash that you have. Here, they only accept card. Card is laundered cash. It's legitimate cash. And then, if you see right there, here, let me mouse it. It'll be a little easier. I have $80 on the card, which has been cleaned and washed. Basically, it's legal tender. And then $270, which is like street cash. Some vendors only take legal tender or card only, and then some only take money. So in this case, we were at a hardware store. We have to use our cards. And we want 2 soil. You can either click twice or punch in the number. And then you can change the number over here on the right cart and hit purchase. Additionally, if there's not enough inventory space in your inventory for what you're trying to buy, it will be loaded up on the pallet out here. So if I tried to buy, I have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have space for 50 soil. If I tried to buy 51 soil, that 1 soil would pop out here. You would still purchase it if you had the money, but it would be outside the shop. And the reason for that is, at night, shops close, but you'll still have access to the delivery-based stuff. So if you're trying to make like a last-minute massive buy of like soil or something right before a store closes, but you don't have enough inventory space, you can always rely on the delivery bay pallets to contain what you couldn't store on your own. So here's the soil. Oh, and another thing is, as I exit and then return, it is the same cart. You know, kind of like online shopping. It hasn't changed. So don't make the mistake of like, oh, I needed 2 soil. Let's add 2 soil. Now I'm buying 4. And purchase. Talk to Uncle Nelson. Contact at the motel. So the officer will search your inventory from left to right. Click and hold an item to conceal it. You can only conceal 1 item at a time. Frequently, well, maybe not that frequently if you're slippery and sneaky, you will have body searches. And in this case, I only have 1 thing to conceal. So if I click and hold it like that, I can conceal it. And it is possible to conceal everything in your during a body search, depending on skill. So he says you're clean, but he knows my uncle, and he thinks I'm scum. Got it. I love being scum. Talk to Uncle Nelson's contact at the motel. So law enforcement will be your foremost obstacle. You have to deal with patrols, body searches, vehicle checkpoints, curfews, and more. What do you want? I'm here for Nelson's package. Oh yeah? And you're gonna pay for it? It's already paid for. No, it ain't. In fact, old Nelly already owes us some serious cash. Lucky for you, he's been good on his word so far. But if you let him know, he'd better close that tab real soon. I also need some weed seeds. Ballsy today, huh? Fine. But Nelson doesn't pay up. You'll be next in line. Okay, so he gave me 10 pseudo, 5 kush seeds, and now I'm going to drive back to the ranch. And Bisphinx, thank you for the resub. And Krusty Rhino, too. And Stochastic Turtle for the cheer. Cheers, guys. We'll be cooking in no time. Glad to see I'm playing an educational game. Yeah, we're going to be doing lots of math and chemistry and practicing, jumping out of moving cars. Like I'm Bruce Willis in The Red. Practicing social skills and human networking and supply and demand, and there's a lot to learn from here. Like, if I have 8 apples and I sell 6 of them, how many apples do I have left? Oh, and I also gave 1 apple away. Oh, and when I say apples, I mean OG Kush, not apples, of course. Hey, Nelly.
Yeah.
Evening. You get what you want in town? All good. Got your package, but the guys are pretty antsy. Oh, yeah? Don't worry about them. I'll settle with them soon enough. Thanks for grabbing that for me. I'll let you get on with it. See you tomorrow, bud. That's a good name, bud. Okay, so plant the weed seed in the empty pot. The way this works is, yoink, cut the soil, dump the soil out, dump. Take the seed, pop the top off, and turn it upside down, and then move the little mounds of dirt. And then once that's done, we water it. Water a can upside down, glug, 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 and done. That's it. That's all we needed to do. And we can then head to bed when we're ready. This plant, for instance, does need water, and the plant disappears when it gets watered, so it's not visibly in your way. But we didn't actually need to do that in the tutorial. The tutorial is just telling me to get to bed. So bed I go. It's 7:40 p.m. I'll wake up in 12 hours. Oh, that sounds glorious. I've not slept that long in ages. Now, another important part of this game is the products that you sell relate to player earnings, which relates to XP gained. The more you sell, the more you earn, the more you level up. Making money is essentially how to level up, and leveling up unlocks a lot of stuff for you. Because this is a role-playing series, it's not the end-all be-all. I'm going to be doing a lot more than just trying to level up. Five-0! Time to go! So, question, are there any semi-legal drugs that you're allowed to have a certain amount of before they pat you down? Generally speaking, you won't get randomly pat down, but either it's a scheduled drug or not. There's like nothing in between. You're a small-time drug dealer from the South. In a fresh town with no cash, no product, and no contacts. You only know one way to make money. Time to get to work. Welcome to Hyland. All right. Let's see. Trying to make it be, oh, slight smile. That works. With some stubble, some freckles. Pretty tired today, so there we go. A little dilated. Perfect. I'll be in cargo pants. Sneakers and a t-shirt, that works for me. Well, I'm wearing gray today. Even better. And done. Open your phone, press tab, and read your messages. You're heard in some sort of trouble? Best not to talk over your mobile phone. Find a payphone. UN. So this is Hyland Point. Well, part of it at least. Uncle Nelson. Goddamn, good to hear your voice, buddy. Looks like our luck finally ran out. The feds got me and locked me up while I wait for trial. Glad to hear you managed to slip out though. Back before I moved to Serena Flats, I used to live out there in Hyland Point. Not the nicest town around, but plenty of opportunity for someone in your line of work. If memory serves, I got some cash stashed out there. It ain't much, but it'll be enough to get you back on your feet. You can find it in stash near the town hall fountain, the canal, and behind the supermarket. Go grab it, head back to the RV, and you'll go from there. All right, so on the compass above my head, as you can see, there's 3 stars. Whoops, walking into a fence. Those 3 stars happen to be the stash points. So here is one of them. Dead drop of $80. Over by the fountain, he said. Dead drop of 120. And then lastly, by the supermarket. Don't hit me. Or I'll hit you. $175. All right. Heading back to the RV. Or not. So, yeah, that's not an RV anymore. Welcome to Hyland Point. This is our territory. Don't interfere. Tuberculosis. Or something, I don't know. Well, shit. That's not ideal. There's a powerful cartel in town called the Benzies family. I figured they'd eventually be a problem, but I didn't think they'd find out this quickly. Looks like you're gonna need somewhere low-key to stay for a while. Head over to the motel and ask about getting a room. After that, you'll be needing some new equipment. There's a hardware store just northeast of the motel. Grab soil, a grow tent, soil, and a watering can. Okie dokie. So, current priority right now is start growing. Pretty straightforward. And there's a map on my phone. All right, so the motel is up ahead here, and then the hardware store is here. I just know these things. I took the right drugs to know these things. So let's go talk to the motel office manager. Hi, Donna. I'd like to rent a room. $175 a week? Sounds good. And it's room 1. And here it is. Lovely little room. All right, let's go down to the hardware store and buy a grow tent, soil, watering can, trimmers. And the thing about that is there's two types of currency, cash and online balance. Customers pay with cash, but most legal shops only accept card. So we're going to need to deposit our cash in the ATM. You can only deposit up to $10,000 a week. And right now I'm going to deposit 250 of my dollars. And I'll keep 50 cash on hand. So, soil, grow tent, watering can, and in this case, I'm also going to buy the plant trimmers too. I'm going to want those. Purchase. Hey friend, you're new here, right? Nice to see a fresh face in town. I'm Dan, I run this hardware store. What line work are you? I'm a drug dealer. Ah, good one, partner. Tell you what, take some speed grow on the house. Them marijuana plants will love it. Thanks, bud. So, speed grow. Awesome. All right, let's put the grow tent down. I'm gonna move this lamp out of the way because it's kind of in the way. Put the lamp there. Hell, I'm gonna move the bed. I'm gonna rearrange this whole room. All right, let's do this. Because I'm not really moving the TV much. There we go. Soil. Bottoms up. And let's go figure out something about seeds. I don't really like this configuration much at all. I'll stop tinkering with it in just a minute. I just wanted, like, some of this furniture to be out of my way, because otherwise it's kind of annoying. Alright, that's fine. Totally feng shui, feet going straight out the door. How it's supposed to be. You're almost ready to go, but you're missing one key ingredient, weed seeds. You'll need to speak with the supplier, get your hands on some seeds. So I need to talk to Albert Hoover. Send a message, request a dead drop, so you won't have to pay up front. Your order will be on my tab, which I can pay off in the future. Okay, so, Albert Hoover, I would like a dead drop of 1 kush seed, please. And it should be ready in about 30 minutes. So another thing that you can do in game, and this is something you really only want to do really early on, is to throw trash out, burn trash for cash. $8. There's faster ways to do that. You can also make money by pawning stuff. So, because I'm totally a good motel tenant, let's go ahead and pawn the TV and the lamp. Hey pigs. Oink. Alright, I would like to sell the TV and lamp. They're not mine to sell, but 180 sounds good. Make it 200. All right. Thank you for $200. All right. We need to go collect the dead drop. Yeah, that's right. Keep moving. Which is just over here. Dead drop of taco ticklers. And there's my seed. And let's go plant it and water it. Shouldn't I shut my door? Oh, there's nothing illegal in here. Yet. Yeah, it's kind of a, you know, that word's doing a lot of heavy lifting. Yet. Alright, so weed seed is in. And water it over here. Cool. And you know what? Let's go ahead and double it. Hey, Albert. Give me another seed. And then before end of day, let's head over to buy a packing station, baggies, and some other stuff. Deposit 200, keeping 58 on hand before Dan's hardware closes down. Hi, Dan. Grow tent, soil, packing station, and 10 baggies. And then the dead drop is the same spot as before. I can also speed grow one of these. And I'm going to speed grow the second one I'm planting to try to catch up to the first one. I think that was an officer. Right there as I pulled that out. A little water. And let's use the speed grow. So for this, I just need to pour it all over all of the soil. And boom. 28 and 52. All right, we also want to tidy up after ourselves by putting trash away. So it wanted me to do the soil bag and seed vial. And then buy a trash bag from the hardware store to bag up my trash, which is almost assuredly closed by now because it seems to be nighttime. Maybe they're still open. You're still open. Alright, I want to buy from you a trash grabber and a trash bag. So the trash grabber allows you to just look at trash on the ground and hit E to pick it up, which makes trash collection a lot easier. And this thing will pay for itself within like a few seconds. I mean, you can grab a few pieces of trash and the bin's full, you head over to an incinerator and you've like nearly made your money back. Ta-da! Left click, burn it, and we'll make some cash. Quantum, thanks for the gifted subs. So really early on, when you're cash poor, here we go, collecting 20 bucks. It literally already paid for itself. And the more trash you collect, the more money you make. It's not a very time-efficient way to make money. There's a much better way of making money. But if you're strapped for cash, you can always do that. All right, as far as the trash bags go, when you have a trash bag in your hand, you can bag up your trash and then throw it out the old-fashioned way. There is a mandatory curfew between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. and I will be arrested if seen outside by the police. And the curfew warning is at the top of the screen, informing me that I have an hour, which is like a minute, to abide by said curfew. And there's the curfew. So if cops found me, they would not be too pleased that I am violating curfew. I guess that's fine. Okay, 89 and 64 grown. I don't think I'm gonna go to sleep yet. Not yet. I still got stuff to do. Hey, Peter. He's a Peter file. So the flashlights out there are cops. It's also worth noting that like most of the other residents of this town do not abide by the curfew. Oh, hello. And the cops won't arrest them. They're really just out to get me or us. Can I bribe the cops? No. You can kill them, though. So you can rob him with violence, I guess. Is that bribery? That might not be bribery at that point. See, I'm just a dutiful citizen. I might be violating curfew, but I'm clearly just trying to clean up the town of other dealers, so I'm the only game in town. Marauder, thank you for the resub. And I will not spend very much time doing the trash collection. It just helps to get the snowball rolling. Oh god, really? That was a completely unintended drug reference. But yeah, getting the snowball rolling. Actually, there was 2 drug references in that. Snowball and rolling. Man, I'm good at this. So yeah, this isn't the I pick up trash, viscera cleanup stream. Don't worry. This pattern of behavior will end soon. Okie dokie, that's about enough out of that. Let's put the packing station down in the motel room, like the tutorial is telling me to do. So, bada bing, bada bang, and Q&E is rotate. And then load the baggies up into the packing station. And grab my trimmers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is going to be grown in just a second, too. And there it is. Now, I only have 10 bags. I have 16 nuggets, so I'm not going to be able to pack them all. But at least I'll have some to sell. This thing can... So, in this case, there is 2 different nuggets. The one I speed grew is poor quality. The one I did not is standard quality. Using additives in the soil, except for fertilizer, will lower the standard. If I take a look at, like, contacts here, we can see what their standards are. So the people in Northtown, the region I'm in right now, have very low and low standards. So selling or giving away low quality product is fine. Not going to be an issue. As your clientele becomes wealthier, these standards will raise. But for now, we're in the poor part of town, so standards are pretty poor. Now, what I can do is if I'm trying to give away product samples, one useful thing to do is to reserve the nicer quality product for the products to be given away for samples. So, list the OG Kush for sale in the Product Manager app. So here we go. OG Kush. I'm going to say asking price will be 48 bucks rather than 38, which is like the wholesale price. And I'm going to list it for sale. And now I wait for a message from a customer saying, hey, I want to buy that. I can also try to find potential customers and give away samples. So, Peter, who went into, I think, apartment 3. His name is Peter File. He likes to diddle drugs. Here you go. Enjoy a sample on the house. And he likes it. And because he likes it, he becomes involved in part of our network here. So if I zoom out a little bit, because I have a rapport with Sam Thompson, I've just made contact with Peter File. What's important is to try to build up your network towards the dealer, which in this case is keeping Sam Thompson happy or meeting this person or this person. So Ludwig that I can make contact with through Peter, or Chloe who I can make contact through Thompson. So let's try to talk to Chloe, and Chloe happens to be like right behind me somewhere. Because if we befriend Chloe, we gain access to a dealer. So Chloe is in this apartment complex right here, I think. Knock, knock. Chloe, come out. Can I interest you in this? Yes. Nice. So as we deal to Chloe, and she becomes more satisfied and trusts us more, we will eventually gain access to the dealer in Northtown. But it doesn't have to just be Chloe. I can also go through Ludwig or whoever this is. So there's a bunch of different ways to get there. But those contacts there, going to be pretty handy. So there's another potential customer over here, Geraldine. And he's somewhere in this storage. Are you? You're not Geraldine. Nope. There you are. And giving away your products really early on might seem like a really poor way to try to make money, but it's going to help later on when you have a lot more people to sell to. Additionally, the motel manager might be a potential prospective customer. The other thing we could do is if I want higher quality weed to give away, here's one thing we can do, is I can stick my weed into the packing station and reverse the package, taking out the poor quality, and then reverse it again and putting in the higher quality. So now I have 1 higher quality and 6 lower quality on me. Now the unpackaged nuggets can't be given away or sold, so they're not going to be useful. At this point in the game, time is essentially paused. It's 4 a.m., go to sleep to progress to tomorrow. So I can knock on doors if I want, to try to offer samples and stuff like that. But time isn't progressing, so I'm not going to get any more deals or anything like that. So I can build up my network as time is paused, but honestly the game just wants me to go to sleep and progress to the next day. So we'll do it. So I didn't sell anything. Didn't level up much as a result. But hey, I'm not a street rat 1. I'm now a street rat 2. Almost a 3. I think it would be important to get some more growing going. So I'm going to order 2 seeds. And I'm going to have to pay off this debt pretty soon. But before I pay off that debt, I would like to continue growing. And for that, I need 2 more soil bags from Dan. There we go. Got the soil from Dan. And then if I want to pay off my debt from Albert, I can say, hey, I want to pay off my debt. And you can pay it off by placing cash in the stash behind Dan's hardware. So there's a red stash back here. And I can put $120 in. Or actually, I can put more than that. And it will pay off my debt to Albert. Because if you don't pay off your debt, you will eventually hit max debt and not be able to call in any additional dead drops. So now I'm down to 28 bucks. Not much of a worry, because I'm sure I'm going to get a customer soon. And the dead drop with the 2 new seeds is ready. At the moment, I'm more concerned about getting new product in the ground, so I have more to sell than trying to deal, because they'll contact me. So, North Arcade Wall is this way. There's my seeds. And Austin wants 2 Kush. I'll schedule that deal in just a moment, as soon as these seeds are in the ground. Another thing I need to buy from the hardware store at some point is additional baggies, because I have more to sell than I have packed. So that will be a thing to do pretty soon. All right, Austin. I am going to counter offer. Let's sell him 3 at 155. He says yes. And I am going to say, we'll schedule this for the afternoon. And he'll meet me behind Taco Ticklers. So, there are bonuses for selling early. There's also bonuses for selling after curfew and bonuses for giving them more than they asked for. There's a bunch of different ways to make your customers happy. But for now, I just plan on selling them exactly what they want to buy. Because I can't be giving away too many drugs, because I don't have a lot of drugs to give away in the first place. And often, the customers for the drugs will show up about an hour-ish before the scheduled sale, and you can get a bonus from selling to them early as a result. So what I'm doing before he gets there is just packing up the rest of my OG weed, and I did just get a message on the phone about another potential customer. So Kyle wants 3. Let's try to sell him 4 at $2.20. And scheduled for the afternoon as well. And he'll be in front of the motel, which is convenient because that's literally where I'm staying. So this here is Austin. And I'm not going to be able to actually talk to him until he gets to the location. Oh, and that's Kyle. So I'm selling to both these guys and they're moving. And here we go. We'll sell him. His standards are pretty low, so I'm going to sell him the low quality stuff. And there we go. That's our first deal. And we got $16 extra for quick delivery. Kyle is right over here, and we're going to do the same for him. He wants 4 of them. Made $22 extra or 10% on quick delivery bonus. And then the last one is Peter. He wants 4. We'll sell him 5. And he will be behind Hyland Range. As you may have all also noticed, I am completely out of product at this point, once I sell to Peter. Which is why it's always important to be growing, and making more money, and rolling that snowball. All right, Peter. There you go. And quick delivery bonus. Boom. Thank you for tuning in to Schedule 1, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow drug dealers.